When Angelina Jolie does it, she does it her way. Men.
I mean, we just happen to be public.
I guess the stuff that some people might think is bad, we think is good.
Brad's sweet. He's a really great actor. He's a really good guy.
Acting.
Angelina, it was frightening. It was intimidating.
I was frightened that it was going to just push me over the edge.
Activism.
When Angelina Jolie speaks, the world listens.
She immediately responded to the people she saw suffering.
Family.
With her Oscar in hand, she goes to her brother and she kisses him on the lips.
Motherhood.
I want the world for him. I think about life very different than I used to.
We've got rare home video, plus an exclusive interview with Jon Voight, Oscar winner and estranged dad.
I'm very attentive to what's going on with her, and I'm always concerned about her happiness.
I don't have a relationship with my father.
I want nothing more than to hold my baby in my arms and keep her from harm.
Plenty of stars stroll down the infamous red carpet, but this star is one of the brightest and most controversial.
Nobody gets it. Nobody understands. Everybody's, attacking, and I'm weird or I'm dark.
Here is Angelina Jolie like you've never seen her before, and this is her story. The E! True Hollywood Story. Angelina Jolie is definitely not your grandmother's movie star.
I think everybody should go a little insane.
And then she'll shock people by letting them know something they wouldn't expect her to tell them.
I don't think we've seen anything quite like her.
And then there's a bunch of them here. It's why don't we take your clothes off and then do a love scene? And you go, can you get rid of that?
We have really watched this woman grow up. I think she's really learned a lot. She's lived out loud completely. So as we get to know her, and as we get to peel back the layers of this Hollywood onion, so to speak, then it tends to make sense.
In spring 1975, 6 years after his acclaimed role in Midnight Cowboy, actor Jon Voight and his wife Marceline Bertrand were expecting their second child. They already had a 2-year-old boy named James Haven Voight.
Her mom and I looked through all the books, as parents do, and she wanted both my children to have a second name that was a strong name, and we looked at every kind of combination, and she came up with Angelina Jolie. Angelina being an Italian name, and Jolie being French and stuff. But it just sounded so beautiful, and both names were perfect.
She arrived on June 4th, 1975 in Los Angeles.
I held her in my arms and talked to her, and that was a very extraordinary moment.
The togetherness didn't last. Jon and Marceline separated shortly after Angelina's birth.
I was having difficulty with the marriage, and I had an affair, and there was a divorce. There were bad feelings.
My mom was a great lady. She always wanted to be an actress, and she married my dad when she was 20. And by 25, she was divorced with 2 little kids and couldn't, but loved being my mom.
In 1979, Marceline moved to a New York suburb with Angelina and James in tow.
They were very close and had a great love for each other, and they would, play all the time together. Angie's first director was Jamie. We had a little video camera, and Jamie would say, "Angie, do this or that," and Angie would be very willing to get in front of the camera.
It's just him following me around going, do this, put on a show, put on a show.
I actually used to say, act, Angie, act now. And then she would do something for me this whole show.
In 1980, 5-year-old Angelina turned pro with a little help from Dad.
Jon Voight got Angelina cast in a movie called Looking to Get Out, a movie that he was in.
And her part in it was small, but she was really jazzed to be doing it, and she was a natural.
However, things were not so picture-perfect off-camera.
Angelina didn't live this charmed life of the daughter of a film actor.
John always had a difficult time finding work that he wanted to do. You know, he was very selective, so he'd go long periods of time without working.
We didn't have a lot of money, actually, which a lot of people think we did.
In 1984, Marceline and the kids moved back to L.A. Despite limited resources, Mom managed to keep the kids entertained. Angelina especially loved going to Renaissance fairs.
Really got into that. She did start to collect knives when she was very young, which was the beginning of this darker Angelina Jolie.
In the 5th grade, another side of Angelina's character surfaced.
There was a fellow who was a physical training teacher at school. And they were going, and there was a budgetary problem. He was going to be let go. Angie's friends and Angie got together and decided that they were going to fight for him. They started this campaign, Save R. Smith.
She's picketing. She's walking up and down the street with her sign. They came up with the idea of a bake sale where they could sell cookies and cakes and stuff to raise money for my salary.
In fact, of 9 teachers on the block, all but Coach Smith were given pink slips.
They really were like a little army. They were very focused on doing something good for somebody. And I'm still there at the school, so they obviously did a very good job.
And I think Angie probably, maybe that was the beginning of something for her. So that she felt that she could affect things. She could make a difference.
Angelina's next platform was the stage. As a teenager, she enrolled in the prestigious Lee Strasberg Theater Institute.
And I remember